Hi and welcome to LiamLoveLight. If you haven't joined me before, welcome, and if you're joining again, well, it's so great to have you back. We're going to be discussing today what's going on in the skies and beyond. It's really about the full moon in Capricorn, and it's a very interesting time for us to really look at what this means for us moving forward here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe below here in YouTube by opening up the screen there. And you can get my latest updates of everything that I'm discussing and interested in, so please feel free to do that. If any of you want a reading, do get in contact with me. You can just email me or you can send a message to my inbox in Facebook or just leave a comment below. Thanks for all of you that continue to support me by sharing these videos on YouTube and in your Facebook. It's about spreading the love, so please do that after you've watched this video and continue to spread that awareness and wisdom out there. So on the 19th of July we have full moon in Capricorn. It comes to us at 3:56 p.m. Pacific and 11:56 p.m. UK time. This is a particularly interesting full moon because Capricorn energy is it's an earth element. It's very practical. It's about security. It's about the bricks and mortar and establishing that security around ourselves. Now the interesting thing here is at the beginning of the month we had a new moon in Cancer, and we're ending now with a full moon in Capricorn. And Cancerian energy is very much about our emotional security, whereas Capricorn energy is really about that practical bricks and mortar energy there, the more physical security there. So it's very interesting how we're bringing these elements together, and it's all about the security of ourselves here. Now, as we delve deeper into what's actually happening during this period here, we'll notice that there's going to be aspects of ourselves which really will be making us more awake to our inner callings here. We're going to find that as Mars went direct at the end of June, it's now picking up more and more speed, and with that it means that coming up to the 21st of August, Mars is going to move past that shadow period which we've been in and really take on more momentum as we move forward here. So you're going to find that there's going to be this energy and this restlessness of really wanting to really bring those projects forward, get moving with them, really constantly steering them forward. So this is going to be an amazing time really for us to just keep evolving and moving forward. But it's also a fantastic time for us to really focus on what gives us joy in our lives and what doesn't. And I'm not talking about superficial joy. I'm not talking about self-gratification here. I'm talking about things that really make us feel elevated and alive and make us feel like we're really contributing to the world and following our destiny, our mission forward on the earth plane here, as we amalgamate the spirit, amalgamate the physical being together as we walk forward and do the things that we need to do. And I remember a great tutor a long time ago said to me, we never tire of the pleasures we give. We only ever tire of the pleasures that we take. So let that be a reminder of you about how we're able to decipher what it is that really gives us pleasure as we open ourselves up to service, as we open ourselves up to our true beings, our true love for others and ourselves by really digging deep there. Some of the other aspects for us to consider here, which is really interesting, we've still got this trine energy going on here. Now the trine here is a water trine, so we've got the Sun in Cancer, we've got Mars in Scorpio, and we've got Chiron in Pisces. And this particular trine is going to be about deep emotional healing, and this is very important because that Chiron in Pisces is like the shaman. And what I mean by that is, it's the mystical and the all-inclusive energy of healing, which is really going to change our thoughts and our perceptions to make a reality in terms of how we heal ourselves moving forward. So this is going to be a fantastic time, and on the 25th of July, Chiron stabilizes and therefore its impact intensifies. So that particular day will be one where you'll really feel this accumulation of all of this stuff that's been happening in the subconscious, in all the different etheric fields. That's our emotional, our spiritual, our light bodies really coming together, that will allow us to really bring that stuff up to the surface, to heal, to let go, and to set us free. So this is very, very important. Some of the other aspects here, we've got Capricorn squares Uranus. Now this is very important because what's happening here is you've got the practical security side of Capricorn squaring Uranus, which is the one that wants to really break free and and have that sense of freedom. So there's going to be a feeling of uncertainty during this period as well. And there's going to be feelings and experiences where we're going to be like, all of a sudden, bang, something's going to happen, and you're going to think, wow, where did that come from? And it's this Uranus square Capricorn here, which is really creating this sense of uncertainty, and it's about risk versus control. So, we can see this playing out in the world. Everywhere we look, I mean, you've got the governments doing this in the world. They're trying to sort of put constraints on immigration, on border controls, and then you've got that Uranus aspect, which is trying to sort of break free and have no boundaries, which is really going against that Saturn energy of Capricorn there. So I feel that there's a lot going on there, but the thing I'm most excited about during this period is, and this is the one, this is the saviour, and this is absolutely fantastic, so I'm really excited to be able to tell you this. We've got Uranus and Neptune aspecting, and what this means is there's going to be, over the next couple of months and well into 2017, it's all about spiritual revolution. So we're rising up here with the way that we perceive things, the way that we do things, the way that we're really putting things together. And this spiritual revolution is allowing us to experience different dimensions of reality, which will allow us to really super push our consciousness to other levels. So you'll find yourself wakening up and awakening and being more interested in esoteric things and experiencing higher aspects of reality and things that you never thought were possible. So there's going to be a lot of inspired art and music, very much like what happened in the 1960s here. So, think about, the crazy 60s where, people were sort of like, doing the flower power movement and, getting really, down into like, what they called back then the new age. Well, there's a new paradigm that's creating, and what it is it's creating this spiritual revolution. So, it's about us really breaking free and, which is very that Uranus energy, and really allowing ourselves to, to experience that joy from within. We've still got some of the aspects of the old mutable Grand Cross here, which is broken away, but you've got Saturn square Neptune. So, there's still going to be, those aspects where you've got that migrant issue, in the world. There's also that truth versus what's not true. You'll be looking at the world leaders in that way, looking at what leaders have the integrity to help us move forward here. So, you'll find that this will be a continuing theme, certainly until the mid-October there. So, there's a lot that's happening with that as well, and it's very mindful for us to just be aware of some of those things which are really coming to the surface there. Now on the 29th of July we have Mars and Mercury square. So what that means here is that on that particular day, and certainly around that period, we need to be much more mindful of the fact that, that there's going to be people that are going to be very sharp with their tongues, there's going to be angry words that are flying around, there's going to be some aggression. And I feel that because there's such a lack of air in the heavens during this period, people may react quite quickly to things. So it's worth bearing that in mind, and for us to sometimes think before we speak. Certainly for people that have a lot of air in their charts, thinking before you speaking, well, that's going to be possibly a thing, because we don't want to be looking back regretting. We want to be, constantly just moving forward, but having that awareness, and that's what astrology does. It gives us that awareness that we're able to prosper and move ourselves forward there. So it's all about, us really focusing on what's comes together during this period for us deep within ourselves and what's exposing. I mean, we also have the Sun, Venus and Mercury in the 7th house here, which is the relationship house. And it's about, we've got the Sun, and we've got the signing of contracts here, personal business developments here, and it's about building bridges with others. So you'll find that a lot of that will be coming to the surface, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's in business agreements or whatever. That seems to be a theme that's coming up here as well during this period. And of course, the Archangel of Capricorn is Archangel Azrael, and Archangel Azrael is a beautiful energy of this magenta purpley blue, and I'm going to call Archangel Azrael to be with me now as I go straight into a reading here. Archangel Azrael, be with me. Archangel Azrael, be with me. Archangel Azrael, I am with you. And with that, I'm really sensing my heart opening up here. I'm sensing around me here a very strong light, a blue magenta light here, as it's guiding me and filling me up with positivity as my heart expands here and really opens itself up here for this reading. I'm going to go straight into the reading. I'm going to ask the angels to guide me, including Archangel Azrael, to guide me during this reading, to tell us what we need to focus on during this period. And just as I said that, the cards have flown out, and ooh, I do love when this happens here. They've actually wanted me to do a reading with 5 cards, so I'm going to go straight into it here. And this is what they have to show. So let's start the reading. Now the first thing that's coming up here is our heart chakra, and what it's showing us here is it's showing us we need to be aware that we need to open our hearts up to people, situations, so that we can become more open and responsive. Don't shut ourselves down. If you're finding yourself shutting down with the way that you're connecting, maybe you're too ego driven in the way that you're perceiving life or situations, it's time to go from here to here. As the shaman said, it's the longest journey you'll ever make, those 7 to 9 inches there between your mind into the heart here. It's the longest journey we'll ever make, and that's the journey from the ego into the heart. And what this is reminding us to do is to really focus on heart energy. How can we share and be more authentic to ourselves? How can we be more loving in the actions and the words that we speak, so that we can bring to us the magics of love and light? So that's very important. And it's also showing us here about sacrificing. And this is great because you've got the rainbow here, you've got the rainbow warrior here, which is very shamanic again. And what it's showing us here is there's limiting things that in our life that perhaps we need to let go of in order so that we can shine and become more of who we truly are. So we've also got, following that, we've got the awareness card here, and this is really about the magician. This is often the magician in the tarot. And this is showing us that we have all the gifts that we need here, deep within ourselves here. Sometimes we just need to let go of the things that really no longer serve us, so we can open up new pathways and new ways of seeing and perceiving things, so that new things can come to us. And if we do that, well, look at this, comes at the end. I mean, my goodness. You've got fulfillment of wishes. This is emotional fulfillment. This is all your dreams come true. I always see this as I always see this as Mary, Mother of God here, because she's opening up like a really nice treasure chest here, and she's just saying, all your emotions can be so freely run if you just allow yourself to be free, and you of course will develop stronger connections with people that you have spiritual connections with. So those spiritual connections can be soul connections, they can be people from your soul group, they can be people where you feel that you've had a direct connection with, and that that means something very deep for you. Maybe they come into your life. Remember, there's an old saying, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Which one is that? Maybe it's about us to really dig deep and find out what those reasons are, and what connections that we share. But also to be open-hearted to situations and people, to allow people with high vibrations to come to us, so that we can heal and express more of who we really are during this period. So there's a lot of wonderful things here, and at the center of everything here is the Magician card here, and this is about intuition, about opening our intuition up, and it's about really showing that we have everything we need in order for us to really manifest what we want. We need to search within ourselves. We don't need to look outside of ourselves for the answers. We need to search from within. And if we open up during this period, which is wonderful, we're talking about the spiritual revolution here, that Uranus and Neptune aspecting, and this is going to really allow ourselves to perceive really wonderful things about our own destiny, about how to take things moving forward, which is absolutely wonderful. So I'm just going to thank the angels there. I'm going to thank Archangel Azrael, thank you so much. And of course, Archangel Azrael is the Archangel of transformation. He's the Archangel of really allowing ourselves to give rebirth to the things and let go of things that no longer serve us. So it's about really focusing in on that energy if we want to bring that to ourselves and asking us to clear away the things that no longer serve us. But also, as we move into like other things, this is Anubis, and Anubis is a very, very powerful god of the afterlife. Anubis is very, very powerful. I'm going to call upon Anubis. Anubis, be with me. Anubis, be with me. Anubis, I am with you. And Anubis is the god of the afterlife that allows us to really break through those old patterns of things that just no longer serve us. He's also the god of careers. So if you ever want to look for something, yeah, I'm actually wearing him around my neck as well. Look, this is just amazing. Anubis is the god of careers, and and allowing us really to focus in on our vitality and strength here. This is an old Egyptian statue here, and we can call upon him to really guide us to really focus in on the strength that we need to bring out of ourselves, that vitality, that willpower, that determination, and he's really going to show us how to lead ourselves forward there. He also travels in the afterlife as well. So when you dream, he can bring you to different dimensions so that you can experience different things and really do astral travel here. So this is amazing, and that's Anubis. So thank you, Anubis. And the crystals during this period, if you haven't noticed already, look at this amazing ring. This is lapis lazuli. I'm also wearing some around my neck here. This is a mala, so you can use this for all sorts of prayer work as well. I've used black jade here as well around my wrist here. The crystal for this zodiac period is lapis lazuli. It's a very earthbound crystal, but it's very rich. And very, very powerful. So if we want to connect in, we can use that energy. And of course, we've got all of the different prayers which I've taught you over the period of time if you've been tuning into my videos. If you haven't, I'm going to quickly say the blue Buddha prayer here. You can use a mala if you want to guide the reading. This is a mala here. Work your way around a mala, or just be as spontaneous. That's that very Uranus energy. Be spontaneous. So I'm just going to go straight in. And what I love about this prayer is it really allows us to clear away the things that no longer serve us in our mental space, in our emotional state, in our etheric space here. So I'm just going to call upon the blue Buddha. The blue Buddha here of lapis lazuli, as I say, Tajita Hom, Bekense, Maha Bekense, Raja Samyukotisava. Tajite home, 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 Bekense, Maha Bekense, Raja Samyukotisava. Om Manabami Om, Om Manabami Om, Om Manabami Om. Well, thank you for joining me. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I love you dearly. And I'll be seeing you very soon for another video. Do check out when that's going to be. That's going to be for the new moon in the coming 2 weeks. So do check out my updates there for when that will be. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you. And thanks for sharing this video. Do put it on your Facebook and continue to put those out there. And thank you very much for doing that. So until next time, take care of yourselves from LiamLoveLight, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.